Oh, boys and girls, we are back to it. We are live yet again after another 2-day hiatus. Little Sunday action in week number 2, as well as the Monday night doubleheader in the books. I believe 9 undefeated teams remain. Maybe that's 8. I don't remember exactly what it is for sure. And there are still many winless teams in the National Football League, too. A couple that surprised me, such as the LA Chargers and the New England Patriots. But nonetheless, searching for their first win, many teams looking to avoid their first loss of the season, and a whole lot of teams, including my own, sitting right smack dab in the middle at 1-1. That being said, we are back, and it is time to ball. Here we go, chat. And we've got a lot to talk about after the second full week of football. So hopefully you guys are in the talking mood. Let's go bolt eggs off John Zeller. Gonna have you three here, of course. And everybody else joining me throughout Patriots with the football. So there is that. Improved to 2-0 themselves. And the Patriots, with a loss to the Dolphins on Sunday night, 0-2. I still think New England is the better of these two teams, given Washington's opponents and New England's as well. Trespass for the kickoff, and we're underway in Foxborough. Return will be taken from the goal line for New England, and it's taken up to the 17. Mac Jones takes the field for the Patriots. He's looked pretty solid so far this season, showing shades of his rookie self through the first 2 weeks. And he looks to keep it going here against Washington. Devontae Parker also had a pretty good revenge game against Miami. Despite not getting the victory, he didn't look too bad. As the Patriots will start from their own 17. Jones from under center. 4-man rush coming. Good protection down the middle. Finds Hunter Henry, a big part of this offense early on in the season for New England. What's good, Big B? Yeah, we're back. I was supposed to be back yesterday, but don't pay that any mind. We're chilling. We're getting back to it. Yo! Sean Zeller with the $4.99. I appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, very painful night last night. But we got to get over it soon. Handoff, or rather the catch there, is handled by Juju Smith-Schuster. Hasn't played a big role so far in this Patriot squad. What's good, Brendan Marks? But hey, John Zeller, I do appreciate that $4.99, my friend. Looks like YouTube changed up their dono. I guess, look, I don't even really know how to describe it. Overlay, we'll go with that. As it looks like Ramondre Stevenson going to get his first carry today. No play action. Jones, deep left side. And he's got Devontae Parker. Just talked about him earlier with back-to-back first downs. I also have exams all week. Funny that you mentioned that. Got one tomorrow and one on Thursday. And I am lacking when it comes to studying, so I need to get on my horse and get stuff done. But that'll have to wait. We got a game to sim, you know, chat. Come on now. Minute and a half through this game. Mac Jones again off the play action. Good blocking this time. Stevenson with his first touch of the game. A gain of 7 on the reception. Guess who's failing math? Rip you. That's rough. You hate to see it. But it is what it is, my friend. All right. We're getting back to it, though. We're good. We're locking in. Eggs up with a profile pick change, too. It's Mac Jones, first play in Commander territory. Here's a first down to Smith-Schuster. Pats look pretty good right now. DTR might be better than Watson. All right. Is that the topic of discussion? Last night's game, chat? Is that what it is? Actually, chat, you know what I haven't done? I have not shared my Instagram with you guys in the Discord because that's where I have the most fun on Brown Sundays. Mac Jones, deep right side, almost throws a pick. Right in the area of Fuller. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. Yeah, Mike Lindemann, I'm not going to lie, I'm being lazy. I will probably get stuff out by the end of this week. I do apologize to anybody that wants to know what their pick'em is or their record. I have no information on that right now. It might be me being lazy. It could be me being busy. I don't know what it is right now. As we get a little swing pass here to Stevenson out the backfield. He's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Consider that a carry because it was a backwards pass. So let this game go last night. No, I mean, I do want to talk about it because there's talking points, and there were 2 games last night too. So we can talk about them both because I didn't get to watch too much of the Saints-Panthers either. So we'll catch up on that as the 3rd and 10 pass for Mac Jones down the middle is hauled in. It'll be 1st and 10 inside the red zone. Kendrick Bourne. Not doing well in the pick 'em. Fair enough. I had a pretty good week of predictions last week. I would say, I had an average week. I think I went 9-7. But compared to 6-10 the previous week, that is an improvement nonetheless. Mac Jones now with an emptied up backfield looking for a touchdown on the opening Patriot drive here at home. Their second home game of the season, or rather, I guess this would be much more than their second home game, but IRL they've only had one, so whatever the next one is coming up in line. Well, Kareem Hunt did visit today. I'm not really sure it's much of a visit. It's more of a, I don't even know what to call it. A reunion. Yeah, well, we'll just go with that. Yeah, reunion sounds good. Pats inside the 10 on a 2nd and 2. Jones with pressure up the middle. Goes left side, little slant route. Caught for the first down, working down to the 2-yard line is Parker. Algebra sucks, yeah. Try college algebra. It is no better. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not even worried about my math exam. I got an ethics exam that I'm stressing about, chat, but should be chilling. Stevenson yet to get a direct handoff at all this drive. Jones sets him in motion, left side toss, and that is probably why. What a tackle off the edge by Chase Young. No need for making it go low. That's a talking point. How does the job, but he's still got some gas left. And he knows the playbook, he knows the scheme, he knows the players, he knows the city. And apparently, he has been living in Cleveland since he got released, or since he's become a free agent. So, I mean, there is that. Second goal here, handoff to Stevenson. This one is going to be about just as bad. 3 carries, -4 yards. You hate to see it. Yeah, I mean, chat, from a neutral perspective, looking at that hit on Chubb, do you guys think it was dirty? Because I just want to know your honest opinion. I'm not going to judge you if you say yes or no. I have my opinions, and that's okay. I mean, we're all entitled to have our own opinion. On 3rd and goal, Jones looking for the end zone. He goes there, and he finds Kendrick Bourne with a Patriot touchdown. Pats take a 7-0 lead on their opening drive. What's good, Luigi guy? Majority of you think so. That's okay. I mean, I will say this. I mean, the excuse that a lot of people were using, I wouldn't say excuse. I would say more the reasoning, because I don't think majority of people think he was guilty. But a lot of people were saying, hey, it's Nick Chubb. The first tackle's never going to wrap him up, which is fair. He had multiple carries last night that should have been a loss of 2 or 3 that he turned into a gain of 7 or 8. He's just incredible. But it's one of those things where you watch the replay and you just see Minkah Fitzpatrick head first, shoulder first, right at the kneecap. I mean, I get if you want to, grab at a guy's ankles, but last time I checked, you usually tackle somebody with arms and not your helmet. What I find comical about the situation, obviously, it's not funny. It's extremely serious, and especially as a Browns fan, God knows that was our entire season. But it's one of those things where, I mean, the fact that Minkah got hurt because of how strong Chubb's knee was, that's the craziest part to me. I don't think it was intended to be something like that. I think it was intended to, hurt him, but maybe for a play or two. So you get a right side hand off to Gibson here. Nice first play for the Commanders. Gibson still chugging along down the sideline into Patriot territory where they get a 32. Wow. But man, that was, regardless if it was intentional or not, we suffered so many injuries yesterday. But I will say this. Watson did not look good. Kevin Stefanski, questionable play calling. Obviously our offense is going to be really bad. But I got to give a tip of the cap to the defense, as Sam Howell's first pass attempt is down the middle, and it's a gain of 9 to Curtis Samuel. But our defense, chat, never in my existence have I seen a Browns defense that is this beautiful. Joe Woods was genuinely the problem. Now the issue with Cleveland is, once we solve a problem, we create a new one. And unfortunately, this one is just unavoidable, which sucks. As Howell up the play action, Judon is there with the pressure, so Howell dives forward And we'll pick up 7 in the first half. Not trying to end someone's season, but it's such a fast pixel. I agree. What's good, TCU Gamer Boy? I mean, obviously inside the 10, you don't want Nick Chubb in the backfield because he's getting to the end zone. I mean, look at him yesterday. 10 carries, 64 yards. He was dominant. He had some excellent carries. He was just playing really good football. As Sam Howell, deep right side pass over the shoulder. It is incomplete. But all things considered, I am very disappointed in that offense. Mostly our offensive line. I mean, we're supposed to be one of the best. I'm not even upset about some of the sacks. Obviously, the strip sack is very disappointing, which I'll touch on that in a minute. But the penalties, man. So many mental mistakes last night. As Howell, sidearm passes, incomplete. This will be DPI for sure. Speaking of DPI, another thing to talk about. Yeah, that 4th and 10 was holding or illegal contact or DPI 100%. But I mean, it's Pittsburgh. We're never going to get calls. Watson also got face mashed unbelievably badly, and they call offensive holding. We're used to it. It's okay. It's nothing new. But man, that loss really just hurts more than it should. As Howell back of the end zone, it is way over the head of any of his receivers. Incomplete. In my head, I predicted Watson throw the pick on the first play and Chubb getting injured. I believe you. I mean, man, and I was watching that game with a bunch of Steelers fans too. 2nd and 10, ball at the Patriot 12. Washington having themselves a drive despite all the talking points. Hand off to Gibson, left side to the end zone for the Commander touchdown. Both teams with strong opening drives. Wow. Coach should do better than that, and Mika should have done better. This game now, do not leave with your helmet ever. That's true. I mean, we saw Kareem Jackson 2 weeks in a row. It was Jacoby Myers, and I think it was John Bates this week. Just level somebody going helmet first. And it shouldn't matter if it's helmet to helmet, if it's helmet to chest, if it's helmet to back. Like, if you lead with your helmet, that should be a penalty. That's not how you tackle. I think if you lead with your shoulder, it might be different. But you need to have your arms open to make a tackle. Unless you're like pushing somebody out of bounds with just brute force, that's understandable. But like, it's not even a bad idea just for the person you're tackling, but it's also a bad idea for you. Like, protect your head. That is the most important part of your body. As we're all tied up at 7 here, Tressway on for the kickoff. 4:45 left in the second quarter. Return taken from the end zone here for New England, up the middle to the 20. Chad, as you're watching Nick Chubb's leg under physics, I was definitely teary-eyed. I will admit that with a lot of pride and passion, because you can't even tell me that, not even as a Browns fan, just as a football fan, Chubb is just such a joy to watch. Just the way he runs the football, it's so much fun. And to think about that being gone for an entire season, maybe even forever, that hurts. That really hurts. Because offensively, as we get a handoff here to Stevenson, breaking away left side, has the safety to beat. He does not beat him. He will pick up 22. But aside from the defense, have we ever had an offensive player that has brought us this much consistency, this much good football, this much joy as fans since, ever? I can't remember. Josh Gordon was great for a couple seasons, but he did it to himself, so I didn't feel bad. But Stevenson here going to break through another big carry into Commander territory at the 41. I just don't think there's any player at any level that deserves to be on a good football team and deserves to play all the time. It deserves to run the football over and over again than Nick Chubb. Monday Night Football seems to be a pretty bad curse. Luckily, that's our only Monday Night Football game this season, because that would be rough to do it week after week. So, left side pass here is incomplete. I don't know, man. I mean, personally, Steelers fans, they talked way too much more than they should have last night. Considering where we were with our injuries, I know they had some guys out too. I understand that, but their offense looked pitiful. At times, our offense looked okay when Chubb was on the field. Obviously, we're going to have to adjust to that, because that's not going to happen for the rest of the season. But, man, it just sucks. I mean, to have that happen to your leg not once but twice, in the last 9 years, it's heartbreaking, man. It really does suck. Jones now with a 5-wide look at the Commander 30. Is going to take a blindside sack by Montez Sweat. And while we're on the topic of a blindside sack, let's talk about that scoop and score. And this is why I am just so frustrated. And Deshaun tried to pin it on himself. I'm not going to. I know his stats look awful. You're comparing it to Baker Mayfield. Just do what you want off the field. That's fine. Understand this. That fumble was on coaching 100%. As a left side carry by Stevenson. Going to pick up almost the first down there, despite the sack. So it was, 2nd and 16? 2nd and 17? Something like that. Because, surprise, surprise, holding penalty. That doesn't happen to change a lot. And we go ahead and do something smart here that I mess with. As Jones from under center, pressure coming up the middle, throw another run, first down inside the red zone. That'll take us to the 2-minute warning, 7-7 the score. So I found Dak injured at his ankle. Yeah, I believe that. 100%. But, at least that was the first time that happened, and he was able to come back, and it was just lower leg. Because knee reconstruction is really difficult. Jones to the end zone, overshoots Parker. But anyway, back to what I was discussing. 2nd and 16. They line up their linebackers onto the line of scrimmage. What does that mean? Well, it's likely going to be a blitz, but who knows? They can drop them in coverage. Watson does this little hard count, hut, and sees the linebacker on his left side jump. He didn't jump up sides. He just made a blitz movement like, oh, he's going to blitz me. 10 seconds come off that play clock. Nobody says a word. Nobody does anything, which means there were no audibles made on the field. No, hey, let me get extra protection. No, hey, let me change the play up real quick. Nothing. What happens? They blitz, as expected. And we run a play action, setting up Deshaun Watson for absolute failure. From the start of that play, I knew that was going to be a disaster. And it happened. 3rd and 6. Right side pass to the end zone. Touchdown. Kendrick Bourne's got a double in the first half. That's surprising. Isn't he going to throw a pick six screen at the end of the game? Well, we threw a pick six at the start of the game, so, there's that. But, which people are still going to try to pin on Watson, but Harrison Bryant, he had himself a howler of a night last night, I'm not going to lie. Which is disappointing, because he had a pretty strong week 1. He caught a touchdown pass. He didn't look terrible, but it's brutal. Yes, Connor, let us suffer together. Chad, I'm going to go ahead and send you guys my Instagram account real quick. You guys can follow if you like. I don't even know how to send one of these. Oh, share. There we go. Copy link. See, I'll throw this in the Discord if you guys want to follow me or just look through there. If you guys want to look at the story highlights and just see what the average Browns game day looks like through the lens of a Browns fan, feel free. You guys will laugh a lot, I hope. That's the idea. That's why I embarrass myself all the time. And yes, I release these to the public, to all my friends. They know that I'm a mental psychopath. As we get a good return to the 27 of Washington. We're going to hunt. You'll be fine. I don't think we'll be fine. We'll be... Okay, actually, let me take that back. I think we'll be fine. But my issue is we have to transition from a run-first offense in 2 weeks to a pass-first offense the next 15. And the way Deshaun Watson played that game does not convince me we're going to be successful with the pass-first offense. Now, next week, I will say this. We played Tennessee, a team that's 1-1, and they're lucky to be 1-1 at that. Derrick Henry has been struggling. I think we put him in a box next week. As Antonio Gibson almost shut it off that tackle, picks up 6. But, yeah, I think next week we get the W. We'll be fine. Real test is going to be week 4. We play Baltimore. Can we keep Lamar in check? That's, defense. I'm not even worried about our defense. I think our defense will be perfectly fine. Offensively, though, what can we do against good teams? Tennessee's defense is not incredible. So can that be a confidence-building game? Can we win that game by 21 or 24 points? Can we just have Watson not throw any interceptions or no fumbles or, 3 touchdowns? Can he have a game like he did against Washington last year? Can we just build the confidence, wear off the rust? Because I think physically Watson is almost back. I think all the throws he made last night looked great. His decision to escape the pocket here or there was kind of shaky. But mentally, he's got to lock in. That's the difference right now. If he can mentally do something, he'll be better. That screen is blown up and incomplete. Poor look at least, yeah, it's true. I mean, he didn't look bad. I knew he was going to be terrible. I've watched him. He is a, second-year man out of Cincinnati. I think he was a sixth-rounder in the 2022 draft. I could be wrong, something like that. But, I mean, in week one, I was like, oh, Nick Chubb's out. Oh, never mind. That's Jerome Ford out there. As we get a pass down the left side, Scary Terry inside the Pats' 40-yard line. Yeah, C.J. Stroud balled out this week, 100%, which is an awesome thing to see as an Ohio State fan, because Justin Fields really not bringing that hype that we all looked. Fifth rounder, yeah, something like that. Link didn't work for Insta. Yeah, I got you. I can throw my at real quick. Here, I'll pin it actually. Got you guys for sure. All right. As Howell now. 30 seconds left, running for his life. Get rid of it, big fella, and he will. See if I can pin this. I'd love to, if that were possible. Hang on. I can't even pin my own message. Is that? No way. That's awful. Well, that sucks. Howell here facing pressure. Matt Judon gets free and has a 90-yard sack. But yeah, there it is. If you guys care to follow me on Instagram and watch me mentally break down every single week. I am also getting impatient with Kevin Stefanski. As Washington burns their final time out here. What's good, Sports Prod? Washington not doing too bad. I don't even know what both these teams' records are. I don't think the Pats have a great record. I think Washington's 4-4. Something like that. But yeah, it is truly an endless cycle. But it is what it is. How about a 61-yarder here for Tress Way as time will nearly expire in the second quarter. The kick is on the way, and it's good off the crossbar. A 61-yard bomb ties the all-time simulation record. Wow. I didn't expect that today. Well, that's something. Both are 4-4. Sounds about right. Wow. Bears didn't watch the Panthers last night against the Saints. Saints played really good, and Bryce Young didn't play good due to deep balls. Understandable. Commanders off to a good start. Probably going to get blown out by the Bills. I agree. They haven't really played anybody yet, respectfully, to you Cardinal and Bronco fans. Arizona is undefeated against the spread this season, by the way. And the wise words of a wise man did once say, good teams win, but great teams cover the spread. And the Cardinals are doing just that week after week as we head to halftime. Pats 14, Commanders 10, Washington to start half number 2 with the football. But that being said, all it takes is a little bit of an adjustment to play calling. I think our offensive line will be just fine. It was really just our tackles. Jedrick Wills Jr. is obviously the weakest link. I was very pleased with DeJuan Jones. He had, I think, a false start and maybe a hold. I don't remember for sure who had what, but against TJ Watt, I know we threw a couple chip blocks in there. Really didn't double team too much for Watt, but Jones gave up 1 sack for a rookie making his first start. I can't really complain about that going up against the best defender in the National Football League, which at this point I think it needs to be understood TJ Watt does fit that description. You could argue Nick Bosa or Michael Parsons, maybe Myles Garrett even, but just, I don't know. He is such an X factor, him and Highsmith, it's crazy. Return taken here by Gibson. Up the middle, he gets halted down at the 22. Seahawks have a 55% chance to beat the Panthers this week, and I picked my team, the Panthers, where the Panthers would get crushed by Seattle. Well, if you're 0-2, things might not be looking too good. But who knows? But yeah, after 2 weeks, the Browns have 2 running backs in the top 10 for rushing yards. That's pretty cool. Obviously, that's not going to last. Let's just see how much Jerome Ford can climb up the ranks. As Howell now on first down at 10. Hit as he throws, still delivers the completion to Gibson, who gets back to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, I mean, we expected that out of Zach Wilson, let's be real. Damn. Chiefs-Bears will be the first matchup in 53 years where the QB with the highest career win percentage plays the QB with the lowest career win percentage. That's cool. Curtis Samuel picks up 2 on the wide receiver screen. What a stat line. What a stat line. Oh, and I'm also 1-1 in 3 of my leagues and 0-2 in another one for fantasy. I just can't catch a break anywhere. 3rd down at 8. Off the play action, Howell goes right side. It's caught for the first down. Logan Thomas. Big tackle for Burn fantasy. Oh, actually, that's what I was going to do real quick, chat. I'm not going to lie. I'm not even sure that I can do a power rankings video, let alone a predictions video. But I did predict, like, in my own time, obviously, so... Let me just come up with power rankings off the top of my head. We'll go top to bottom, I guess. Number 1, I'm going to give the Dallas Cowboys number 1. I hate them. I do, but they're good at football. You have to respect that. Cowboys number 1. San Francisco, I'm going to give the 2 spot. A little bit of a less impressive win, but the Rams are good, actually, guys. Yo, John said that with another 499. Let's go. One less bump because I feel real bad for you. Send this to the home office to sign Hunt. I appreciate that, my friend. Thanks for being the shoulder to cry on. I do appreciate that. Sam Howell here on 1st down at 10 with a little touch pass to Jahan Dotson. His first action today will go nowhere, unfortunately. Yeah, those are my top 2. Trying to think. Miami will be at number 3 for me personally. Trying to think who else is 2-0. We'll throw Baltimore up there at that 4 spot. Why not? 1-1 teams that impressed. I'll put Buffalo back at 5th. I feel pretty confident in that. Kansas City can take it that 6th spot. Jacksonville at 7. I know I'm probably leaving. Oh, yeah, the Eagles, too. The Eagles are 2-0, yeah. Left side pass there is going to be caught 1st down to McLaurin. So, yeah, put the Eagles over the Chiefs and the, what I said, Jaguar. Yeah, put the Eagles at, what, 4. Why not? Yeah, Eagles 4. So, I don't even know what I'm doing at this point. Something here and there, you know. Y'all know the drill. But Giants, Bears, Cardinals, like bottom 3 right now for me. 1st and 10 at the 41. Howell down the middle. It's caught. Gain of 7. Anyways, what's good, Joe Hilliard? Yeah, man, you know what? That's all right. I was in such a foul mood all night last night. I don't know how I slept. I don't know how I even made it through the day today. It was rough. It wasn't fun. It was never easy. It was gut-wrenching, man. Just destroying. Howell left side pass caught by McLaurin, staying on his feet inside the red zone. Scary Terry with a big-time 1st down conversion. Maybe cheese out Bears rolling up him next week? Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Well, I would love to see that. That would actually make me pretty happy. And obviously, I love Bears fans too, but hey, man, just cover the spread. That's all that we ask. Anyways, yeah, I'll read off my Week 3 predictions. Scores included after Washington ends this drive, whether it happens on this play or it takes another 7. Sam Howell here, right side, has it to Jahan Dotson, a gain of 7. Spreads the Vikings are 0-2. Here's the crazy thing, chat. My 2 biggest surprise 0-2 teams are the Chargers and the Vikings, and they play each other this week. So one of those 2 teams is going to be 0-3. That is brutal. 2 playoff teams start the season off 0-2. Actually, 3, counting the Bengals. That's wild. That's pretty crazy to think about, chat. Howell here on 2nd and 3, rolling right. Matthew Judon chasing. Caught by Samuel to the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. They take their first lead today. Wow. Probably will, and it will be the only game we win all year. That would be so Bears-like. Just like beating San Francisco last year. You're not wrong. All right, well, Washington did get to the end zone. The most tragic thing that happened is them starting 0-3. Yeah, actually, I did talk about this on my Instagram earlier today, which you guys will see if you guys did end up checking me out. But nonetheless, I mentioned the comparison with quarterbacks. I gave 3 separate scenarios, the first one being the Dolphins. Why are the Dolphins 2-0 and so successful? Well, because they got rid of Brian Flores when they went 10-7. Why? Because he wasn't really helping Tua become the quarterback that he is today. That's why you bring in an offensive mastermind like Mike McDaniel. And look at Miami now. They are flying through. I think they might win the AFC East. At this rate, they look like the favorite to do so. They are an incredible offense. If their defense could be tweaked here or there, I think that would be a little bit better. But QB head coach relationship, great. Now you head over to the Los Angeles Chargers. Justin Herbert, Brandon Staley. We know that Justin Herbert has so much talent, not even by himself, but on the field too. Brandon Staley is ruining him. He's a terrible coach. I can't believe he hasn't been fired yet. But this is the year he gets fired. They start 0-2. That QB head coach relationship is bad. Now you look at the Browns. Who's to blame? Stefanski? Watson? Both? Neither? What is it? I mean, who's going to run out of excuses first, Stefanski or Watson? And here's what I think personally. Firing a head coach is as easy as a point of a finger. But releasing or throwing your starting QB to the backup position that you paid $230 million doesn't just happen. Hand off here to Stevenson, gains 12. But you got to understand that there's just no way we're not making every excuse in the book to keep him. That's for sure. That is for sure. First and 10 here for the Pats. Looking to keep this game interesting. It's been a nice game so far, all things considered, as a handoff here will pick up 2. Bears need to bring in Aaron Rodgers' offensive coordinator. They may as well. Bring back Matt Nagy, am I right? Seahawks chose Carroll over Wilson, and Wilson actually put up numbers. Okay, but last year it paid off quite a bit with, Seattle won the trade, in my opinion, still. Final play of the third quarter is a 2nd and 8 pass from Mac Jones, deep left side, caught by Stevenson. Inside the 40, taken down at the 35. Bengals will be completely fine. 100% they will be fine. But man, it's just so frustrating. I mean, it's one thing if we go to Foxborough, Acrisure Stadium and get blown out by 40. Because at the end of the day, you can hang up your helmet and go, all right, what can we do better next week? Like, obviously, it wasn't a great team performance, as Mac Jones, nice completion there, gain of 8. But even if we did win that game, okay, cool, you're 2-0 without your best player. Not just this year, but the past year. Not just the past year, but the year before. Like, you start going down the road. There's always been one consistent factor in that offense, and it's been Nick Chubb. Throwback to 2020, he sprained his MCL. That's going to set up 1st and 10 inside the red zone for New England there on that completion to Stevenson. He was out, 6 weeks? Kareem Hunt came over, did a great job. Filled in for him perfectly, but I just don't know. Really don't. And it sucks. But anyways, I got to stop talking about this. I'm going to make myself extremely sad. Because there's still 15 more Browns games this season. Guaranteed. Pass down the middle. Look at Smith-Schuster work to make it 1st and goal. So, Connor, I know that's an idea, and it's the same thing with Saquon because he's hurt. But signing a big-name running back like that would almost seem like we're replacing Chubb. Which is why, yes, I'd love to see Jerome Ford succeed. I'd love to see Kareem Hunt do well. But if they do too well, at what point do we say, Chubb, I'm sorry, buddy, but, it's done for you? It's Hunter Henry, or no, it's John No, who even is that? I have no idea. That's a Patriot touchdown, though. Farrah Brown on the touchdown reception. No, it is actually a good game. Both offenses are cooking. I think you got to give Chubb another chance, though. 100%. As we get the extra point, it's up and good. You can reset his value for free agency. That's true. That is true. Rushing leaders in the NFL after week 2. Not even right. They don't even got anything right. All right, then. They forgot to update Monday night. All right, that's sick. 4th quarter action continues, though. This is not looking too bad. Return taken by Gibson. Right side with a little bit of a lane that opens up. He gets up to the 26. Wow. NFL machine already won, but do you think the Jets grab a free agent QB or do they stick with Wilson? They're going to grab another one. Not saying that Wilson won't be the starter, but they're going to give him some competition for sure. Never read off my predictions, by the way, so after this play, I guess I'll get to it. Excuse me. As Howell from under center, right side, McLaurin with a catch, stays in bounds, gain of 2. All right, so just going to run through these real quick. You guys can ask questions about games after I finish. Giants, Niners, I have San Francisco winning 42-3. Ravens, Colts, I have Baltimore winning 20-10. Browns, Titans, I have the Browns winning 13-10. Lions, Falcons, I have the Lions 28-16. Packers, Saints, I have the Packers 27-21. Jaguars, Texans, I have a Houston upset. Give me the Texans 34-31. Dolphins, Broncos, I have the Dolphins 28, Broncos 6. Vikings, Chargers, I have the Vikings 21, the Chargers 27. Jets, Pats, I have the Jets 20, Patriots 24. Commanders, Bills, I have Washington 27, Buffalo 31. Seahawks, Panthers, I have Seattle 14, Carolina 17. Right side pass here, caught for the first down. Antonio Gibson up the field, across midfield as well. Moving on, I got the Cardinals 0, Cowboys 45. Bears fans, I hate to do it to you, but I got the Chiefs 35, Bears 3. Sunday Night Football, I got the Steelers beating the Raiders 13-10 in overtime. Monday night game number 1, I got the Eagles 23, Buccaneers 17, also in overtime. And final game of the week, I got the Rams 28 and the Bengals 30. There you go. Seamless picks and commentary. I'm a man of many traits. First it's Sam Howell, left side it is, caught in stride by John Dotson at the 30. Sam Howell's only thrown 4 incompletions today. Pass losing to the Jets. I actually, see if I can find it on Instagram. I just saw a crazy stat that the Pats have beaten the Jets 14 times in a row. So I believe history will repeat itself, much like it did at Acrisure Stadium last night. Howell, pressure coming off the edge. He never saw it, and he's going to get sacked, a loss of 6, which will take us to the 2-minute warning. In a big-time end of this game down the stretch. Joe Burrow might not play next week. Yeah, he will. I'm pretty confident he will. He's got an extra day, too, to chill. AFC North reaction to week 2. All right, Tom Grossi, I guess I'm watching that after this. 2nd and 16. Howell with the screen, and he's hit as he throws. Lucky to get it away. It's incomplete. Allen Robinson did just get 5 points, and I won. Yeah, Allen Robinson, what do you have, 1 catch yesterday? For like 8 yards, maybe? I don't even remember what it was exactly. Was not pretty, though, that's for sure. 3rd and 16, a massive play here. Good protection, Howell. Rolling right, looking to throw on the run, just had to get rid of it, looking to survive another down. And it's a big play. 3.2 points, yikes. Belichick destroys bad quarterbacks, and most good ones. True. I remember in 2019 we had to play them when they were undefeated, and we got destroyed. Chubb also had 2 fumbles that game. Only time in his career where he's fumbled twice. 4th down, 16. Howell, rolling left, throwing on the run. That is never going to get the job done, and the Commanders will turn it over on downs. Quite the throw there from Sam Howell. Pats will take over. Game not over yet, though. Yeah, Watson, there were talks about him maybe getting fined or suspended. He threw a ref, or like pushed a ref out of the way yesterday. Could have got ejected for that, I guess, but man, he needs to check his temper, that's for sure. I appreciate his enthusiasm. It's a lot like Baker Mayfield in that sense. I can really appreciate, but it's just, got to realize the situation. Can't be getting called for an unnecessary roughness penalty as a quarterback. And a face mask, too. You hate to see it. How about Chubb never celebrates touchdown? Cooper doesn't either. Yeah. Mark Cooper had a great night last night. He was doubtful, according to Adam Schefter, like 24 hours before kickoff, and he played and he dominated. That's a first down carry, and that is likely the nail in the coffin here for New England. And a great game. Not going to blame the rest of the loss? No. I mean, you can point fingers at the refs for a lot of things here and there. We weren't good enough. It's the play action on 2nd and 16 that resulted in a scoop and score for Pittsburgh that really told me we did not deserve to win that game. We had our chances. We just did not capitalize. And at the end of the day, Pittsburgh once again is the better team at Acrisure Stadium. The one time in my lifetime that has not been the case was in the playoffs. I mean, hey, we picked a good time to beat them at their place, to be fair. The only time it actually matters. Just forget updating it until next week. Honestly, it might have to be the move. Who's my favorite Cowboy receiver, most underrated receiver in football? He's a great route runner. He is a great route runner. Handoff here to Stevenson to the right side. He's going to gain 4. Commanders might have a little bit of time left to get a drive off. I don't think Kaepernick will ever get another chance. Cam Newton was a discussion. I don't know. They might trade for a backup too. Yep. Well, Mac Jones looking to throw the football. That's interesting. Pressure coming, pocket collapsing. He's going to hoist it left side. It's incomplete. I mean, why not just take a knee and take 40 seconds off the clock? Game's not over yet, I guess. Yeah, that marked the end of the game. I mean, mentally, how do you even play? And I'm just scrolling through my For You page and I see it again, man. It's so rough. As the punt here is going to end up in the end zone with 40 seconds left. Players, they go back to Flacco. Facts. Very factual. I don't know. I don't think that Minka stuff was... I'm looking at it now. From like a neutral perspective, maybe that Minka tackle wasn't dirty. I don't know. He obviously meant to go low. He obviously meant to take out his legs. I don't think he meant to take out his knee. Howell now throwing on the run down the field, and it's caught, but it's out of bounds. That was almost something. Nearly had that one. Yeah, man, that hurts. Hurts quite a bit. 2nd and 10 here for Washington. Don't get the benefit of a review there either. Howell being chased, thrown on the run. Caught by Gibson. He'll pick up a yard. Grandma's with Wilson. Well, Russ kind of cooked a little bit this week. Just a tad. Just a wee bit. Third and 9. Howell. Good blocking. Deep left side pass is almost intercepted by Gonzalez. I appreciate that, John Ziller. I do appreciate that. 4th and 9, this is your ball game. Play action. Howell. Left side it is. Out of the reach, it incomplete. That'll do it. Going to save myself and you guys some time as well. Just going to end stream here. Pats 21, Washington 17, the final score. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Good conversations today as well. We'll see all of you tomorrow for